कर सकते, we don't mind. कर सकते. हो गया? I'll give it to you. First of all, first things first. Rana bhai, tell us. You know, we know, आप industry के सबसे तगड़े यार हो, but आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो? Are you like that one of those dhootas जो यहाँ आके इस फिल्म में सबसे ज़्यादा विश्वास करते हैं? So you've come here in that capacity. Like, what are you doing? Are you acting in this movie?
No, all the 12 people were already picked before the casting call happened. So no, I'm not in this movie.
Okay. So you're like co-producing this movie or something?
No man, it's really, really expensive film. So there is a man called Mr. Ashwini Dutt. He's producing the film. He is the most prolific man, so he's the producer of the film. Not me.
Got it. So in that case, are you like co-directing it or something? Kuch to?
So I'm actually something close. Not co-directing it, but I went to school with the director from first grade.
Okay.
So hence, that's my connection to the film.
Okay.
And I went to war school with the star in this film, Prabhas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were fighting for 6 years. So that's the real relation that I have with this film.
Right.
And I think if someone in my street is making something that is the most amazing thing that can change what cinema did one more time, I think I have to be part of it.
And he's always there. Give it up for Rana Daggubati, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. And मैंने आपका गुस्सा भी देखा है, of course, when you talk about Prabhas sir and वो जो हमने battle देखी हुई है. So I'll take your leave. Over to you. Give it up for Rana, ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
All right, hello, thank you. So let me begin. This thing, sometimes it's just fun going to school with some smart kids. Though you didn't study, they end up doing things like this. So the first person I'm going to introduce on this stage is, like alphabets start with A and B, and my introduction to Hindi cinema happened with the letters A and B, and with the man that carries A and B to the finest. Ladies and gentlemen, an AV on the Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, please.
Whoa.
Welcome, sir. Very well, sir. Thank you. Wow. That is probably the most amazing look of yours that I've seen in a long time. And the look you entered with has nothing to do with that, sir. The mic for you. Sir, tell us about Nagashwin and tell us about Kalki.
Just as much as what you just said. It's just that I didn't go to school with him. But it's been a great honor to have worked in this product. And there are many things that I'd like to ask Nag and the rest of the cast and the crew, but we'll get time for that a little later on. It's been a truly wonderful experience to have worked in a setup where they've actually gone beyond thinking what most of us have been doing all our lives in this film industry. And I really appreciate the fact that they're moving a little ahead of times and making us a part of that and making us work in conditions that we never ever thought we would be able to work in. So I want to congratulate Nag and the production for thinking something like this film, and a great honor for me to be a part of it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll take the mic. I'll take the mic. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if the letters in Hindi for me started in A and B in some ways, we had an encyclopedia in the South that started with the letters K and H. And from where I am, we call him a little longish name, and it has some more suffixes. I'm just using the ones that rhyme. He's called Sakalakala Vallavan, Ulaganayagan, Padma Shri Dr. Kamal Haasan. Ladies and gentlemen, an AV on Mr. Kamal Haasan, please. Hello, sir. You are our encyclopedia. And with so much filmography, you still have newer looks and newer performances coming. How is that even possible?
That's possible because of good technicians and good directors. Otherwise, I think I'm enjoying it more now.
And what's your experience with Nagashwin and with this wild crew?
I was curious to begin with. I was sort of surprised, and then I'm in awe now. That's the stages.
Lovely, sir. If you could Take your seat. We will
Thank
have
you.
the others of your lovely cast
Whoa.
on the stage and we'll come back.
I'll leave the mic.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. The next one that's going to come up on this stage, we fought for 6 years, every single day, smashing each other with swords, mud, and what we could. By the end of it, we had broken bones. We were sharing hospital numbers and sometimes sharing beds. A lot of us fell after that, but he continued the fight. With every single time he makes a film, there's something that he reinvents. Not punching above his weight, but always punching above the industry's weight. Is my friend, my brother, the Bahubali, the Prabhas. Ladies and gentlemen, any of you on Prabhas, please.
Hi,
Well, welcome to Bombay again.
thank you.
So, dude, we came here like almost 7 years ago on that first flight. Tell me what's different from then and now.
Nothing. I'm stressed the same way. So yeah, the first time when I came, like you really helped me. I was like, wow, please help. What should I do? What should I talk? And now, yeah, the media was very sweet then and now. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Please take a seat and the mic na kiche. Wow, here you go. All of these stalwarts here, the pretty image is still coming. Ladies and gentlemen, a star, a hero, whether it's a princess, a goddess, whether it's a warrior, it's all the same to me. It's Deepika Padukone. Here you go. There is an AV on Deepika Padukone, please. You're still in character.
I mean, the movie went on for about 3 years, so I was like, why not? Just a few months more.
So Nagi's really pushed you into being a method actor then.
I mean, clearly.
So tell us a little quickly about Nagi and then we'll come back to this.
If Nagi opens his mouth and speaks, I'll be able to tell you a little bit about Nagi. But no, I think it's been an incredible experience. I think a great learning experience. I think, like Mr. Bachchan said, I think a completely new world. And I think we went through different phases of discovering what this movie was about. But I think the magic that is in Nagi's head is now here finally for everyone to see. And I think we as actors have discovered that along the way. So it's been an incredible experience at both a personal and a professional level.
That's awesome.
Thank
Please,
you.
ma'am, take a seat. I'll get your mic. Vidin, my man, over to you. Thank you for this.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you
Ladies
so
and gentlemen, give Kalki 289880.
Wow, I'm now taking this moment in for a little bit. Wow, I just never thought I'd be on stage with like this. Thank you, sir. Actually, thank you, Nagi, for not having me in the film, but having me do all this. Sir, I'm going to start with you, sir. When Nagi first came and was talking about the idea, this was much before any of this materialized. It's Kalki. We all know about the coming of an avatar. We've heard it through childhood as stories. And a filmmaker actually trying to make that in the science fiction world and had imagined you on day one as the Ashwatthama. So what was your reaction to that?
When Nagi came and explained to me the idea, for a long time after he'd left, I was thinking, what the hell has Nagi been drinking? To think of something like this, it was absolutely something outrageous. And with some of the visuals that you've seen just now, it's just unbelievable to have somebody conceive a project which is so futuristic and so possible. And during the making of the film, we realized that no matter what he thought of, he actually got all the material, all the effects, every kind of visual or vision that he had. And that really has been an amazing experience. For me to be just a part of it has been an experience I'll never forget.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, over to you. I mean, your veteran's a really small word, and encyclopedia also felt like a silly word once I said it. In your plethora of cinema, you've watched so many filmmakers grow, create different roles with you. This was science fiction, and it had mythology in its play, and it had a filmmaker who was really young. And if all of you know the looks of Nagi, he doesn't look anything like a filmmaker. I'll tell you a truth today, he's actually a lost kid from Shambhala who grew up in Hyderabad. So how did he actually narrate this to you, sir, and what was your reaction with it?
I'm used to these kind of ordinary-looking people who do extraordinary things. My boss, my mentor, was one such man. He looked like a government official. I thought first thing, if he enters any house, you'll think it's an income tax raid. That's how it looked. But I've seen what he was capable of from the kind of films he did. I think Ek Duje Ke Liye was his 60th or 70th film. So I was not surprised. I don't underestimate these ordinary looking guys. They have a depth to them that doesn't show unless you talk to them. And I did have the opportunity of talking to him, man of few words. And that's about the succinct way of putting forward your idea. If it extends to movies, great ideas will translate better. It's when they don't know how to present it that great ideas become ordinary movies. But this guy knew how to present an idea, which, as Amitji said, first thing you want to ask is what have you been smoking or what have you been drinking. But that's how great ideas are formed. I mean, ordinary people will doubt it and then they'll start respecting it. I could see a bit of that, and I was moaning backstage to Amitji about, I always wanted to play bad man because the bad man gets to do all the good things in films, where the heroes are singing romantic songs and waiting for the heroine, where he can just go ahead and do what he wants with it. But I thought, I'm going to play the bad man, so it's going to be fun. But then, he wanted to be different, and I'm almost like a sage in the film with a bad idea.
Sir, and the look, there was one shot of you in the promo, and then that just stunned pretty much the whole country. And you have so many different looks that you consistently keep creating. I remember Nagi, before he took the flight for the look test, he was saying, dude, I'm feeling really silly. What am I going to talk to Mr. Kamal Haasan about look and get up? I'm just going to ask him to do it. Can we know how that happened?
That's what he told you, but we kept talking about it because we had a lot to talk about and also not look like something else, which I've done already, or somebody else has done already. Now, I thought I have a fantastic idea. I had not seen any of the images of this film. So I thought I would dress myself up in such a way people will turn around and look at me. And I got an idea. I would do some research and come, oh, that Amitji is doing that. What you came up with, he's already doing it. Then I'll go cursing myself and I'll think about it. And then I'll say, I'll come with an armor. Oh, that Prabhas has got. So I didn't want to be pregnant in the film. Otherwise, I would have tried that as well. But then finally, but with a good director, even that is possible. But this get-up took a long time. We traveled to LA, failed a couple of times before we arrived on the first acceptable look for the director. So I think it's a collaboration, and I think and hope, still hoping that the audience will react the same way as we did when we saw the first look.
Viman, over to you. I don't know. Okay, you are now one of the biggest names in cinema, clearly. What is it like working with 1, 2, 3, dude? What do you do on set? What's your...
First, I should thank producer and...
We touch each other's feet. He never allows me to do that, but
Sir.
Prabhas, be honest now.
Yeah. First
They're all
I-
ragging you, Nabha. I can see that. I can see that. You're pulling his leg on set. My friend's an introvert, sir. He's very all-powerful in the movies, but he's really an introvert and sweet man.
No, but what's wrong with touching his feet?
Tell me, boss, what's up? How is it working with, I think, line on each?
Yeah. So I should thank Dattgaru and Nagigaru for giving me opportunity to work with such greatest legends. It's like bigger than dream. And I don't know what to say. I was like, first I met Amitabh sir and I touched his feet. He said, don't do it. If you do it, I'll do it. I said, please, I can't even think. We grew up watching you. My uncles had your hairstyle. He's the first actor in the country who reached every part of the country. South, North, we all know in Telugu, Tamil, we know, we saw like Amitabh Bachchan's hairstyle, that hairstyle, tall, any tall people, they call Amitabh Bachchan. In South, he's the first actor, I think, who reached like that. And Kamal sir, when his Sagar Sangam came, I asked my mother, I want his dress. My cousins, if he had, Indru Chandru had a tummy, and they used to put a cloth on their stomach, and they used to act in front of us. Like, see, and I'm working with them. This is like something unbelievable, and thank you, sir.
And the lovely lady to your left.
So sorry. Yeah, and Deepika, I always wanted
The
to...
fact that he has said more than 2 sentences, we should
He's
be
a big one. Please,
celebrating.
big round of applause, please.
Yeah. So yeah, Deepika, I wanted to work with her always, and some actors who can reach around such an international level, and such a beautiful, gorgeous, and superstar, and a great actress. And it's beautiful to work with you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Actually, I'm like this because of all the food he's fed me.
Okay, let's start by
Don't-
talking about that. Did all of you all eat great food on set? No?
Yes, courtesy.
This man?
Yes. Every day. And it got to a point where it wasn't
You
just
never
food
ate.
coming from home. There was like full catering service. So the highlight of the day almost became what is Prabhas feeding everyone. And for those who know him well, know that he feeds from the heart. So
Awesome. So Deepika, when I was speaking to Nagi, I said, who do I talk about the story and who should reveal most things? He said, I think Deepika should speak about it. So we see you carrying, I mean, at first I thought you were like really in character trying to do this, but can you talk about your role and the film?
why?
Why?
You didn't ask any of them that question.
But I know Nagi put that in me. He said, she is the one you should ask.
Can't. I think he said a lot about the movie and the worlds. But I mean, I think what I can definitely say is that it's unlike anything we've experienced or seen before. So even when I remember doing the narration for this through COVID, and Nagi was on Zoom and I was on the other end, and I think much like Kamal sir said, you know, you could see sparks of genius in him, even though this is just his 2nd or 3rd movie. You could tell that it was, as he was narrating, there wasn't much on paper, but it was all in his mind. And every time he spoke and you look, and even now when you look into his eyes, you can see that, you know, the entire visual of what he's envisioned over the years is so clear. And that's the only time, and I mean it in a good way, where you actually hear him speak, and speak so articulately, because that's the one thing that he's just completely consumed by and, you know, passionate about. And but yes, I mean, I really don't know. Very honestly to your question, I don't know how much I can and cannot say. But yes, I play the mother. And yeah, and then the movie's out on the 27th for everyone to discover the rest of it.
Amazing. So welcome to Telugu cinema. That I guess I have to say that to you in some ways. Are you going to do more films?
I mean, sure.
Back in Telugu?
If the audience would like me to, sure.
Awesome. Thank you. A little tradition that Telugu cinema follows, and we thought we should bring it here along. And ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Swapna Dutt, the producer of the film. Awesome. All right, and that is a little surprise for you all. There is a new version of the trailer. Nagi has sit and right now cut and sent to us that we are going to get to watch. Phones down, no recordings. We just step out.
And before we play that, Rana sir, a question, chota sa. Hypothetically, if you were to play a character in this movie, in this blockbuster to be, वो किसका और कौन सा character होता? Talk to us about that.
I'd play Nagi's assistant because that's what I'm doing most times. I'd continue to do that. Or I'll play Mr. Ashwini-Dutt's assistant. So one of the two things I'm going to do.
Amazing, amazing. Give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
Of course, the stellar cast and Rana for doing this. Sir, kindly be seated because we have a big surprise for all you people here. अच्छा, सबसे एक गुजारिश है ना? लकी मैस्कॉट साहब जो हमारे धूत हैं, उन्होंने तो बोल दिया यहाँ. मैं सबसे गुजारिश करूँगा, प्लीज अपने फोन्स की जो रिकॉर्डिंग है उसे बंद कर लीजिए, बिकॉज दिस इज ओनली फॉर योर आईज. ये एंजॉय कीजिए. कैमराज नीचे करेंगे हम लोग, तभी ये ट्रेलर चल पाएगा, बिकॉज दिस इज एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर यू पीपल. ये किसी और के लिए नहीं है ना? See, look at the ladies doing, like working, talking about this, है ना? Please, cameras नीचे कर लेते हैं, recording बंद कर लेते हैं. एक बार फिर से, please, cameras नीचे कर लीजिए.
Now, Mr. Ashwini-Dutt has the first ticket to give out. And could I please call on stage Mr. Amitabh Bachchan to pick up the first ticket, please. Watch private screenings very quickly. Who are you going to give this ticket to?
I'd like to give it to my colleague, my dear friend, and my brother Kamal Haasan.
Whoa.
This had happened about 4 or 5 decades ago, and he had given me the first day, first show ticket of Sholay. I had to wait for 3 weeks to see that film. I hope there are many more fans who would wait those 3 weeks to see this film, like I did Sholay. And I never thought I'd be here to receive a first day, first show ticket from Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. I was a film technician. Now I'm an actor. Nothing has changed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say a few words about this wonderful gentleman. He's the owner of Vijayanti Films, along with his 2 daughters. And I have never met a more simple, humble human being than Ashwini sir. Every time we were on set, he's the first person to be there. He's at the airport to receive you, और जब कभी भी कोई ऐसा हम काम कर रहे हो जहाँ पर ऐसा लगे उनको कि ये इसको नहीं करना चाहिए, इतनी तकलीफ होगी, नहीं नहीं ये स्टंट मत करवाइए इनसे, अच्छा प्रिकॉशन लिया कि नहीं लिया. Nobody thinks like this. Thank you so much, sir. And with all due respect, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. And that's the end of the evening. Enjoy Kalki. Thank you. Thank you to every single one of you all on stage. Thank you to everyone that have come.
It's time for
One
a
last
fun-
photo
yes.
op moment.